Hello and welcome to our restorative class for COVID long haul recovery and for COVID vaccine recovery. Today we're going to be doing a restorative class that's very restorative. How many times can I say restorative? So we will be going into the actual yoga class in about 10 minutes. We always like to come on about 10 minutes early to say hello, to connect with all of you, to see who's here. So go ahead and say hello in the comments so we can have a little chat before. If you're watching this on the replay, on the recording, then I'll be sure to put a timestamp in if you like to get right into the yoga. See, there's my calendar that's just telling me we'll be practicing in 10 minutes. So I'm going to open up my YouTube app and go into the classes and see your comments. Oh, so many of you are here already. So let's say hi to Luigi. Hello, welcome. Let us know where you're connecting from in the world as well. And Tanya's here. Oh, I got to turn my volume off right now. And apparently muting it doesn't do it. YouTube is very strong. Hello, Axel. And hello, Jennifer from Verona, Italy. Axel, oh, you've already turned the sound down. Thanks for the feedback on the sound, Axel. And he said it's better as well. So that's great. So people will be joining us. We will be starting in about 9 minutes. And it's a beautiful morning here in Victoria. The skies are blue, a little bit of cloud, a little bit of wind. And I'm very much looking forward to doing this class with you. It's going to be super restorative. It's going to help you to regain some energy. If you're feeling fatigued at all, that fatigue will probably be gone by the end of this class. You're going to need a wall, a bolster, and your blocks, which I forgot my blocks. Tim, if you, I guess I can grab them before we start our class. So yeah, you'll need a wall, a bolster, 2 blocks. You might want a blanket and an eye pillow so you can really rest. Yeah, that'd be great. They're in the cozy room. Thank you so much. So if you're just joining us, be sure to say hello. Oh, Jennifer says she's a Canadian living in Italy, so she loves the BC references. Did you used to live in BC as well? Or let me know where in Canada you lived. And you guys can say hello to each other in the comments as well. If you, Jennifer, Deb's Canadian as well, who's just joined us. So hello, Deb, welcome. Nice to see you. Cold and rainy in Ontario. That sucks. I like rainy days though. I always say they have way less pressure to get out and do things. You can just be cozy at home. Elka's here from Holland. Welcome, Elka. It's great to see you. So let me know what you guys have been getting up to, how you've been keeping. I know here in BC, we're just starting to open up. I know in Ontario where Deb is, things are still pretty locked down, I think. So let me know what you've been getting up to. Yesterday I made this most gorgeous loaf of bread. I was so proud of it. I think it's the best loaf of bread I've ever made. It was so soft. So that was bringing me great joy. I know, hello Jenny, nice to see you. I know Tanya and I have been also experimenting with art lately too, and we've been sending each other our creations back and forth, which has been super fun. Just like slowing down, as if we could slow down anymore, but still slowing down and enjoying being in the present moment and enjoying the little things. So that's what we've been doing. Okay, so I'm seeing a first comment that's going to get deleted. And I want to just say, I was hoping that we could just all be here and be supportive of each other. My philosophy here in yoga is that our bodies are our best teachers. and that we all get to be in our own choice. We get to be the authorities of our own bodies, of our own experience, and we get to make choices for ourselves. So if anybody comes in here today and decides to make comments about how other people should be making decisions about their bodies, they're going to be blocked and they're going to be asked to leave. So I'm here today to support people in their own decisions and to, yeah, it's not okay to do that. Can you delete that comment, Tim? And block. Thanks. Yeah, this class is meant to offer support. Yeah. Thank you, honey. Yeah, so as always, our philosophy here with Yoga with Melissa is that we are the authorities of our own bodies. We are our own best teachers. Our bodies are our own guides, and that we get to make choices for ourselves, and everybody is allowed to be in their own choice. And yeah, so we are here to support you, and this class is meant to help. And we have a rule in our community, and we'll extend it here today, that there's no, we get to speak from our own experience, and there's no need to fix people, there's no need to judge people, there's no need to give advice, and so that will not be allowed in the comments today, or any day. Okay, so wherever you're joining us from, just say hello, let us know where you're joining us from in the comments. And yeah, so Princine said she just got her vaccine yesterday, so it's perfect timing. Tanya said tomorrow she's getting her second vaccine, so this the weekend is a good time to have this class. Luigi said he had his last vaccine in April and he'll have his second dose in July. Linda's connecting from Rotterdam in the Netherlands. Tina's saying hello. So nice to see everybody here, and it's really great to connect and to have this space together. And when we come together as a community like this, the energy of our community supports us in bringing our energy together. The more we come together, the more supportive it is, the more energy there is to support us in healing and in being together. And the energy of the class becomes amplified. So it's great to be here. And I see you saying hello to each other in the comments, so that's great as well. So we've got a couple of minutes and we'll be starting the class.
Because we're actually going live on multiple channels, can you say hello to a few people?
Yeah, by the way, we're live not just on YouTube, but we're live on Facebook, and we're live. I have 2 YouTube channels, so we're saying hello on the lifestyle channel as well.
Say hi to Zephyr.
Hello to Zephyr. Delia. Raju. Army Purple.
That's it on that channel right
now. On the lifestyle channel, yeah. So for those of you who don't know, I have Yoga with Melissa, which is YouTube/Dr. Melissa West. And then I also have another channel called Yoga Lifestyle with Melissa. And I'm really excited about the content that I've been putting out on there lately. I've been doing a lot of interviews, and there's a lot of really interesting content coming out. A lot of collaborations with people who are doing similar things, and I'm really excited about it. So if you're not already subscribed to that channel, I highly recommend you go subscribe. There's going to be some really interesting people that you'll probably want to know about in the next little while. I think that you'll really enjoy that content as well. Yeah. It's nice seeing you say hello to each other in the comments. Okay, so we've got about another minute and we will get started. And as I said, you're going to need a couple of blocks and a bolster and a wall for today's restorative yoga class. It's going to be a super simple class. The focus is really on relieving fatigue, really nice long holds. So you might want an eye pillow if you like that. You might want a blanket in case your body will probably cool over time. And yeah, it's just going to be super cozy, really focused on relieving fatigue. And I think we're going to really enjoy this class together. Hi, Mark. Mark's joining us. Shall we get started? I'm going to close my YouTube tab and I'm going to put my phone on airplane mode now. And I'm going to open Insight Timer so I can time our poses. And we're going to get started with legs up the wall. Do you want to do an official introduction or for a different recording, or we'll just get started?
We'll just get started.
Okay.
We'll do a timestamp if somebody's watching this.
So go ahead and put your legs up the wall. If you have back issues, you can put legs up the couch so your knees are bent. And let's take a moment to settle in. Feeling the support of the earth underneath you, letting all your physical, mental, and emotional tension be received by the gravity of the earth. So many of my students who have received the vaccine have noted the general malaise and fatigue that comes from receiving the vaccine. Some are less fortunate and have long-haul coronavirus symptoms. And the common symptom of receiving both the vaccine and the long-haul coronavirus is fatigue. So restorative yoga is a perfect style of yoga to bring relief and compassion and kindness to the fatigue of your body. So if you're experiencing flu-like symptoms from your vaccine, such as chills, fatigue, joint pain, headache, muscle aches, restorative yoga is gentle and nourishing, and it will help to relieve fatigue and bring comfort to your body. And if you're a long hauler and you're experiencing coughing and ongoing debilitating fatigue, body aches, joint pain, shortness of breath, difficulty sleeping, headaches, and brain fog, this restorative yoga class will gently support your body with props and bring healing and recuperative energy to your body. Okay, so we're going to move from our first restorative pose to our second restorative pose, but I'm going to show you a modification using the wall because you're in a perfect place for an alternative to the second restorative pose, which is child's pose. So if it bothers your knees and ankles to be in child's pose, especially because you're going to be in it for 10 minutes, you can do knees to chest against the wall, which is quite lovely because you can have the support of the wall here with your feet against the wall. And you could even take your arms all the way overhead here and have your arms resting on the floor overhead. Okay, so that's a really nice alternative to child's pose if you have knee issues or ankle issues and it's too much weight pouring through your body. And if you'd like to take child's pose, then you can roll to your side. And you might want to use your bolster. And you can even use some extra blocks underneath your bolster if you want to be on more of an incline. Especially if you've got symptoms of headaches. Okay. So I have a poem for you in child's pose. It's called Homecoming. And I'll have the resources in the show notes where you can where you can find the poems. It's from Collective Wisdom magazine. The poem is called Above and Beyond by Elena Brower. There is a place within you that knows how to surrender. This knowing is free of fear. This is where you remember that your strength is in your listening and in welcoming your own tenderness. This place is where you see change as an ally, not an enemy. We are all learning this, finally. This place within you is always at peace, always at rest. You're entering this new beginning where the crucial test is how fluently you can usher forth your truest selfness. We are in uncharted territories. We see unimaginable changes. And we are also seeing undeniably emergent harmonies. And we are listening. This time lands us in a slower cadence, a softer stance. A steady release is no longer needed. A burgeoning understanding of what is means to let go. Above and Beyond by Elena Brower. There is a place within you that knows how to surrender. This knowing is free of fear. This is where you remember that your strength is in your listening and in welcoming your own tenderness. This place is where you see change as an ally, not an enemy. We are all learning this finally. This place within you is always at peace, always at rest. You're entering this new beginning where the crucial test is how fluently you can usher forth your true selfness. We are in uncharted territories. We see unimaginable changes. And we are also seeing undeniably emergent harmonies. And we are listening. This time lands us in a slower cadence, a softer stance, a steady release of what is no longer needed, a burgeoning understanding of what it means to let go. Okay, so we're going to release child's pose from our body, and you're going to come on your back. We're going to do a reclined twist. You want your bolster on the left side of your body. You can put your blocks off to the side. So lie on your back with your knees bent and your arms in a soft T, your shoulders tucked under. Press into your feet. Lift your hips, take them over to the right side of your mat. And then you'll just lower your knees onto the bolster. You're going to be here for 10 minutes, so make sure you're nice and cozy. You might want to put a blanket over top of you and an eye pillow. This pose is really nice because it's going to massage all your internal organs, really open up your chest, release tension from your body. It's a nice gentle twist. We'll just be here in silence for the next 10 minutes. Let tension release down into gravity. You can focus on your breathing. If your mind gets busy and you feel kind of emotionally activated, you can know that others feel this too. You're never alone in your practice. There are always others practicing. We're always connected in practice. Okay, so we're going to slowly come out of the twist, press into your feet, gently untuck your hips. Let's just rest here in the middle for a few breaths to give your spine a chance to unravel. And then you can lift your bolster over to the right side of your mat. Bend your knees. Arms still in a soft T. You might want to retuck your shoulders under. Press into your feet. Lift your hips over to the left side of your mat. And lower your knees onto your bolster or your stacks of blankets and cushions. You don't need any fancy props for this class. And you'll be here for 10 minutes. You can choose to lift and rotate your head as well. Soften your body. Let yourself sink into your props and into the ground. And just rest and let go. Okay, so you're going to slowly release this reclined restorative twist from your body. Slowly, you've been in the twist for 10 minutes. And tuck your hips, and let's just rest here on your back in whatever way feels right for you to allow your spine to unwind. Notice how your body has shifted since the beginning of the class, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, spiritually. And then we're going to move to our final restorative pose for this class, which we'll hold for 10 minutes as well, which is going to be back to legs up the wall. And again, you may want to cover yourself with a blanket if your body has cooled over the course of this class. Maybe an eye pillow over your eyes. If you have low back issues, you might want to bend your knees up the wall, or even do this pose with your legs on a chair or on a couch. If you have your arms out to the side, it will be more opening for your chest. If you have your arms on your body, it will be more grounding for you. So you can choose what feels more appropriate for you at this time. There's no right or wrong or better or best. You're going to choose what's best for you. This poem is called Strength from the Inside. It's by Elena Brower, and it's from the July 2020 edition of A Collective Wisdom. We are learning to release the achievements, the possessions, the perfection, to immerse ourselves in the present. The nectar of introspection, real connection. We are learning to give nature the space to teach us her finest lessons. Yet we cannot cling to things any longer. We cannot rush forward and think that this is conquering. We cannot stay rigidly fixed in our ways. It is time now to trust, respect, and conjure our finest love. And it is waking us up. What is love? Love is when you allow yourself to feel and release, to heal and be free of any fear you were holding a moment ago. Love is when you welcome the energy of kindness and acceptance to prevail over the diminishing shapes of your most compelling resistance. Love is when you invite yourself to reconnect to your community and to be wrapped up in an unbridled, unconditional acceptance of you. Love is what is emerging in this time of inexplicable reckoning. Love is seeing deeply into the pain inside and finding our hearts hurtling towards the next freedom, the next unified cry for peace. Love is this healing, and it's precisely what you were born to bring. Take one deep breath. May these words interpret our silent plea to recall our presence in this larger, vast family, our fallible, earnest, beautiful species. This is when we uncover our strength and our unity. Take one deep breath with me. Strength from the inside. We are learning to release the achievements, the possessions, the perfection, to immerse ourselves in the present, the nectar of introspection, real connection. We are learning to give nature the space to teach us her finest lessons, yet we cannot cling to things any longer. We cannot rush forward and think this is conquering. We cannot stay rigidly fixed in our ways. It is our time now to trust, respect, and conjure our finest love. And it is waking us up. What is love? Love is when you allow yourself to feel and release, to heal and be free of any fear you were holding a moment ago. Love is when you welcome the energy of kindness and acceptance to prevail over the diminishing shapes of your most compelling resistance. Love is when you invite yourself to reconnect to your community and to be wrapped up in an unbridled, unconditional acceptance of you. Love is what is emerging in this time of inexplicable reckoning. Love is seeing deeply into the pain inside and finding our hearts hurtling towards the next freedom, the next unified cry for peace. Love is this healing, and it's precisely what you were born to bring. Take one deep breath. May these words interpret our silent plea to recall our presence in this larger, vast family. Our fallible, earnest, beautiful species. This is when we uncover our strength and our unity. Take one deep breath with me. Okay, so you're going to slowly invite some movement back into your body. Draw your knees into your chest. Notice if there's less fatigue than there was at the beginning of the class. We're going to roll to our sides and come up to a seated position. We'll do our closeout for those who would like to stay afterwards. We'll stay and we'll share our insights and comments and questions that you might have. And for those who wish to leave, that's fine as well. So let's do our traditional closeout. Left palm up, right palm down. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. So thank you so much for joining us for this class. If you liked today's class, thank you so much for giving it a thumbs up, for subscribing to the channel, and for sharing it with anybody who you think might find it beneficial. And put in the comments, love is the healing. Love is the healing. And just to let you know, there's lots of resources in the show notes. Like there's lots of free goodies and gifts from me in the notes. And also for those of you who want the poems, there's links to where the poems are. And I'm going to be sharing the resource. I mentioned my other channel. There's going to be an interview with Rebecca Lefebvre, who created the magazine where the poems came out of. So lots of free resources in there. And I want to thank lots of you for your donations and for those of you who support us through our membership. And if you want to support you, there's links where you can donate. And there's also another link where you can give gifts back to me too through my Amazon link. You can buy me poetry books and oracle decks for the pick a card classes. So there's lots of really neat goodies in that in the show notes as well when you go underneath there. Oh yeah, if you're watching live, they're not there, but they'll be there in the recording. So yeah, in about half an hour. So for those of you who are joining us live, we have some time now to have a little conversation. So I'm going to pull up the YouTube app. I'll turn off my airplane mode now. And you can share any comments you might have or questions. Elka's saying thank you for having us, and thanks to Tim for organizing these healing sessions. Elka, I agree. These are very healing, and when all of us come together and pool our resources and pool our energy and come together, the healing that's possible from them is really amplified. So thank you to all of you for your presence today, for your energy, for your practice, and for amplifying the healing that came through the class today. I really felt your presence and your energy. Thank you, Alka. Thank you, Stephanie. She says, thank you for the practice. Linda says, thank you, Tim and Melissa, for providing this restorative hour. She feels rested and calm. I know I feel my energy has gone up, and I want to thank all of you for that, because it's not, when we practice together, the effects of the practice really are amplified. So that's really thanks to all of you for being here. I really appreciate that. Deb saying thank you for this grounding practice. Deb for being here. Again, thank you to all of you for being here. It really does amplify the effects of the practice when we practice together. So it's really nice to have these live sessions. It was a really simple class, and I think sometimes simple is really effective. Connie says live classes are extra special. And Karen says your classes are just lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you for your feedback. And again, thank you so much for being here. It really is a blessing to practice with you together and to have this time live. I really appreciate you. Jennifer wants to know if this will be available as a recording. And yes, it will be available as a recording. I did want to make sure that this was available to you because I know that people will be getting, they maybe have already had a vaccine and then there's going to be a second vaccine. And so this will be available on my channel. And so whenever you have a vaccine or a second vaccine, that you can have this available to you to do in the days following, or for those of people that are experiencing the long haul symptoms, that this is just available as a resource when you're feeling tired or you're having any symptoms from either of those things. I definitely wanted to make that available. I just happened to realize that when I was planning my classes that people were searching for this. I didn't realize it. If I had realized it, I would have made this class sooner. So I'm glad that it's going to be available for you. Thank you, Luigi. Tanya's saying she's feeling very relaxed and grounded. Yeah, it's really great that we can be together in this way, and I can't stress enough how what a blessing it is for us to be able to come together, and for those of you that contributed your energy to this live class. And of course, each time anybody practices the class, they contribute to that healing energy that will go into this. So as more and more people practice this class, more and more healing energy, more and more restorative energy will be added to this class. So thank you so much for that. It really means a lot. Yeah. Oh, great. Tim's put where the class is going to be available tomorrow. Okay. So I think if there aren't any other questions or comments, then we will go ahead and wrap this up. And again, just thank you so much for your beautiful energy, for your healing energy, for your contribution to making this class and this time together so special. I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. I appreciate your practice, and I just appreciate being connected to you in yoga. So much love and many blessings.